Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In the last video, we built the plan, the schedule, the budget, the roadmap. You turned your approved charter into a path you could actually follow. But here's the thing about a plan. A plan is just a promise on paper. Today, we make it real. This is execution, where the plan meets reality, where the work actually happens, and where your real job as a project manager truly begins. So let's get into it. Here's the first truth you need to accept. Execution is messy. No plan survives contact with reality perfectly. Tasks take longer than expected. People get sick. Vendors miss deadlines. And that's not failure. That's normal. Your job isn't to force reality to match the plan. Your job is to lead the work, manage the gaps, and keep everyone moving in the same direction. So burn this into your brain. In planning, you're an architect. In execution, you're a conductor. Let's start with number 1, directing and managing the work. This is the heart of execution. Your plan is now your guide, and your job is to turn those tasks into actual deliverables. But you're not doing the work alone. You're enabling your team to do it. That means removing blockers, making decisions, and keeping momentum. When someone is stuck, you clear the path. When a choice needs to be made, you make it. A project manager who disappears during execution leaves a vacuum, and vacuums get filled with chaos. Show up, stay close to the work, and keep things moving. Now number 2, and this is where projects live or die, managing your team and your people. Execution is fundamentally about people, not tasks. A Gantt chart doesn't build anything. People do. So your biggest job here is to develop and lead your team. That means setting clear expectations so everyone knows what done looks like. It means giving feedback early and often, not saving it for some review 3 months later. And it means building trust, because a team that trusts you will tell you the truth. And the truth is what lets you fix problems before they explode. Here's a key insight. Great execution isn't about pushing people harder. It's about removing what's in their way. This brings us to communication. And honestly, this is the skill that separates good PMs from great ones. Studies show project managers spend the vast majority of their time communicating. So communicate on purpose, not by accident. Keep your team informed about priorities. Keep your stakeholders updated on progress, the good and the bad. And remember this rule: bad news does not improve with age. The moment you spot a problem, surface it. Hiding a slipping deadline doesn't make it disappear. It just guarantees a bigger explosion later. Transparency builds trust, and trust is the currency of every successful project. Let's move to number 3, managing quality. Because finishing on time means nothing if what you deliver is broken. Quality isn't something you inspect in at the very end. It's something you build in from the start. Check your work as you go. Test early, test often. Compare what you're producing against the standards you set in planning. If something's drifting off target, catch it now while it's a small fix, instead of later when it's a full rebuild. Here's the rule. Quality is cheaper when it's caught early. The longer a defect lives, the more expensive it gets to fix. And now the part that trips up so many new PMs. Number 4, managing changes. During execution, changes are guaranteed. A stakeholder wants a new feature. The market shifts. A requirement was missed. The temptation is to just say yes and quietly add it in. Don't. That's called scope creep, and it's one of the biggest project killers there is. Every uncontrolled change eats your time, your budget, and your team's focus. So instead, you use a process. Every change request gets evaluated. What's the impact on schedule, on cost, on quality? Then it's approved or rejected, usually through a change control process. The goal isn't to block all change. It's to make sure every change is a decision, not an accident. Quick exam tip, because this comes up constantly. If a question describes work being added without going through a formal process, that's scope creep. And if it asks how changes should be handled, the answer almost always points to the change control process or change request. Lock those two in, and you'll pick up easy marks. So let's bring it all together. Execution is where your plan becomes reality. You direct and manage the work, clearing blockers and keeping momentum. You lead your people, because people deliver projects, not spreadsheets. You communicate relentlessly, surfacing problems early. You build quality in from the start. And you manage change through a real process, so scope creep never sinks you. Direct, lead, communicate, protect quality, control change. That's execution. And here's the mindset shift that separates the pros. In planning, success was a good document. In execution, success is a motivated team delivering real results. Your job shifts from thinking to leading, from designing the route to actually driving it, adjusting the wheel as the road throws surprises at you. If this helped, hit that like and subscribe button. It genuinely helps the channel grow. And in the next video, we'll move into monitoring and controlling, where you learn to track progress, measure performance, and keep your project on course. So I'll see you there. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and go do great things. Bye for now.
Now let me tell you something important. Most professional certification exams aren't just testing your knowledge. They're testing your speed, accuracy, and ability to perform under pressure. That's why practicing with real exam-style questions matters. Download QuizFactor A+. Get access to thousands of practice questions, timed quizzes, and realistic exam simulations designed to help you prepare smarter and walk into exam day with confidence. Find the link in the description.